name ring a bell to anybody in the room? Because your money, $697 million annually, plus the shipments of cash funds madrasas, ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Boko Haram, ISIS Khorasan, terrorist training camps. That's what it's funding.
A recent claim by US Congressman Scott Perry, claiming that the United States Agency for International Development, USAID, has indirectly funded terrorist organizations, including Boko Haram. This assertion has raised significant alarm in Nigeria, where many citizens find it difficult to reconcile this accusation with America's declared position against terrorism. The fact that this claim originated from US Congress adds considerable weight to it, especially given Boko Haram's history of causing over 50,000 deaths and displacing millions in Nigeria's northeast.
Since the jihadist insurgency started in Nigeria over a decade ago, fighters have caused the death of more than 40,000 people, forcing 2 million to displace, according to the UN. At the weekend, Nigeria's Chief of Defense Staff disclosed that between July 2021 and May 2022, 13,360 Boko Haram fighters surrendered to the federal government.
In light of these allegations, the Nigerian Senate has called upon key security officials, including National Security Advisor Malam Nuhu Ribadu and leaders of the National Intelligence Agency (NIA) and Department of State Services (DSS) for a private briefing. This initiative, spearheaded by Senator Ali Ndume, seeks to uncover the truth behind the claims. Given the severe consequences of Boko Haram's actions, lawmakers believe that investigating potential foreign funding sources is essential for Nigeria's security.
The Senate notes that on Thursday, 13th February 2025, the entire social media space was agog with trending video of a United States Republican Congressman Scott Perry, representing Pennsylvania, alleging at the inaugural hearing of Subcommittee on Delivering on Government Efficiency that USAID has been funding terrorist organizations across the world, Boko Haram inclusive. Also notes that this allegation is coming up at the heels of the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, raising an alarm that Boko Haram terrorist groups are being sponsored and trained by international organizations. Further notes that over the years, the modus operandi of Boko Haram in Nigeria has been a source of great concern, as their source of funding and operations have been shrouded in mystery. Recalls that the devastation caused by Boko Haram in the northeast region and other parts of the country, which includes the bombing of UN building in August 2021, and of course the bombing of the police headquarters here in Abuja, among other attacks, led to loss of lives of Nigerians in thousands and wanton destructions on properties, which occasioned unprecedented internal displacement across the country.
On the other hand, the United States has firmly rejected these allegations. U.S. Ambassador to Nigeria, Richard Mills, reassured Nigerian officials of America's dedication to combating terrorism. Mills highlighted that the U.S. has stringent measures in place to ensure that aid does not reach terrorist groups. He reiterated Washington's commitment to supporting Nigeria in its fight against Boko Haram and stated that if any evidence of misallocated funding were to surface, the U.S. would respond promptly in collaboration with Nigerian authorities.
We, I can assure you, have policies and procedures in place to ensure that USAID funding, any of our assistance funding, whether it comes from USAID, the Department of Defense, the State Department, is not diverted to a terrorist group like Boko Haram. There's absolutely no evidence that I have seen that has occurred. And certainly if we ever had evidence presented to us that a program funding was being diverted to Boko Haram, we would immediately investigate, along with our Nigerian partners.
Despite these denials, worries continue regarding foreign influence and the persistent flow of resources to terrorist organizations. Nigeria's military and intelligence agency must conduct a comprehensive investigation into all potential funding sources, including suspected local partners and international entities that may be operating under the pretense of providing humanitarian assistance. The Senate inquiry represents a vital opportunity to tackle these issues and enhance Nigerian counter-terrorism strategies.